Hello there, friend. I get asked quite a bit about altcoins and altcoin seasons and measuring stuff because we recently had really dark times, dark days, crypto, unfortunately, poop in the bed, and ushering in like a confirmed worst cycle ever. I know I was talking about it before. It's like saying, oh, I can feel it. This is the most hated. This is going to be the worst. But I just didn't know it was going to happen like that. That's heartbreaking. It's like, hey, you haven't gone up. Let's dump you anyway. That was a kicker. Hopefully we go up only for here. Now, what about altcoins and Altseasons as a whole? Let's go through some specifics. You see, friends, I have to distinguish between Altseasons now and Altseason in the past. And you do too. Altseasons of today, they are not what they used to be. There used to be only 200 coins. There were enough people and not enough coins. The coins all went up 100x. We don't live in that world anymore. We don't have 200 coins to choose from, which is 2017. So 2013, you had 10. Then you had 200 in 2017. 2021, you had 10,000. Now we have 2.4 million. We have 100,000 pump.fun scam coins coming out literally every week. You have ruggers and thieves out there, very evil thieves, like that one evil thief, the rugger dev. Hope bad things happen to this person, by the way. Hope karma goes down hard on this person. This person had made, we found his account. He has made 47 rugs. He's stolen money 47 times, just straight making a coin rug, 47 times. And his 48th coin name was Nero, which was the Dogecoin owner, because the Dogecoin, the Doge there, Kabosu, actually passed away. Rest in peace, Kabosu. We'll play some nice angel music for the Kabosu. It's a good boy, good girl. Okay, you're a good doggy, very good friend. Now, the new dog's name's Nero, and obviously, like 16 shit coins launched named Nero. But immediately when Nero was made, the rugger, this evil thief, made a pump.fun coin named Nero. And I just don't know why. Just unfortunately, friends, just sometimes evil people will just get lucky. And Ansem pretty much shilled that guy's coin, and that insider of Nero got, oh, this is disgusting. He dumped $5.7 million on the followers. Not market cap. That's real money. 5.7 million. Now, they actually extracted 4.5 million straight away. They had 1.2 million left. Friends, that's 150 million market cap coin. So he just straight dump. Everyone dump, unload, see you later. The bottom falls out. Now, I hope these coins can stay successful. You got to remember that when there's enough people, even though someone can extract that much money, if people want to do a community takeover, they can. But also, sometimes there's an element of people say community takeover, but then when they come back to break even, they get out. So you got to watch out for that as well. A real community takeover was Pika on PulseChain, where that actually obviously transcends where the soy Jeet dev actually gets out and like destroys the exit price and basically goes up really high and everybody's in the clear, which is great. That's great for everybody believes. But just be careful so you don't get basically coerced and manipulated by these basically altcoin community takeovers. And speaking of that altcoin, friends, we're focusing now on Altseasons and these little things which kind of give us the bigger picture. Now, this picture, friends, I'm going to show you. During March of this year, PulseChain went up, and such a fantastic thing that happened. Right here now, friends. So this is March. This is PulseChain, PLS. And we had ran up 5x from the absolute lows. It hit 5x, and it's around here, like 3, 4, 5x. And I remember, I'm sure you remember as well, when it was happening there, I was saying, look, man, I know we're cheap. I'm really excited. But this could be it for Altseason. And just me whispering those words, everyone's just heads exploded with rage. And I remember saying it, and I knew this was when it started to get hurtful, right? It was when people, they're like, because I know everyone watches everyone, right? A few commenters, they would take my statement and they would go spam it out to other PulseChain basically KOLs or whatever, and I would see them laughing at me in their tweets, and then actually I'll be watching streams, and then somebody would make a comment in the stream like, ha ha ha, Sommi thinks that I could be over. What an idiot that guy is. And I'm like, oh man, that's like the third time I've heard that now. And I don't care about for me, friends. You know me, I'm wearing a Pokemon hat. I've got the power of friendship and kindness here. I'm going to play for you some nice Pokemon music, just so you remember, friends, you know? I wanna be the very best that no one ever was. You see, nothing can keep me down, friends. Look at this chiseled jaw. But when I was like the third time, I'm like, oh man, I remember. This is not good when you got like 3 people yelling. Then you even have more call outs, people tagging me. Ha! I am better than you. Oh, I am better than you. I'm like, oh no, I guess you guys are kind of digging in the heels now. That's the sad part, friends. Now, what ends up happening is we get into the discussion of altcoin indexes. So you have a message here. I was the first one to bring it up to you guys. No more your friends Sommi and KDP arguments on whether or not it's altcoin season. It's officially altcoin season. Happy altcoin season. Good night. That was literally at the top. March 5th. Go check it out. You don't believe me? Go check it out. March 5th. Literally down only from that point. I know. It's brutal, man. It's brutal. But I'm here to educate you. See, friends, I'm giving to you this for free. Highest value content in crypto. Highest value content. Not even close. That's because I love and appreciate you. Sending out the good word out there to people in the world. Now, why do we actually have this discrepancy in the first place? It's because of this altcoin index and how people measure altcoins and things, right? And everyone's got their own way, but altcoins today are different to what they were in the past because there's a ball of money that wants to take on risk. Now, when you have 200 coins to choose from, yeah, all of them do 50x, 100x. When you have 15,000 coins to choose from, they can't all go up that amount, can they? That ball of money is limited. It can only circulate to a certain amount of areas. The only way we get that ball of money bigger is if Tether prints money or Bitcoin's price goes up. That's another way for things to go. But actually, it all comes down to Tether printing money because if Tether printing money usually means more people are like buying Bitcoin as well. Because they've basically needed to put money in the cash reserves of Tether's bank account and then be issued the currency to come and pump it in. So the whole issue comes down to Altseason index. And you know me, friends, I love using the others BTC. It's because it's not about, oh, we stop here, we go this. No. It's like, are we expensive versus Bitcoin or not? That's what I want to know. Are we expensive or are we cheap? Because Bitcoin is the only coin that rallies in a bear market. All right. And I want to use others. Now, right now, if you're looking at it today, it's Bitcoin season 22 out of 100. Now, this is a crude measurement. That's why I want to show you that this index is not really nice because if your coin is up 5% and Bitcoin's up 3%, you are in alt season. So that's all this index does. It goes to the top 100 coins and it sees how many of the 100 are actually beating altcoin. And look at this, if you go back to the top, if you go back to where we are right here, see, here's where March 5th was, friends. We're definitely in Altseasons. It was right there. Here you go, March 5th, March 6th, straight down. So right up here at 76. It means 76 coins were beating Bitcoin. But you don't know the distance. You don't know the distance at all. The distance is trash, right? And it didn't really mean much, right? Now it's Bitcoin season. So looking at these, friends, it doesn't mean like you're probably seeing this nice oscillator. Like, oh, just buy the bottoms and sell the tops. Yeah, but no. Yeah, you could still be getting murdered. It's like your altcoin is considered winning if in that small window of time, you're up 20% and Bitcoin's up 2%. You've killed it. But that is an absolute failure because you took on all that risk. You should be up minimum 300%, minimum 4x against Bitcoin. You see, but you're still added to the index. So that's where it all comes from. And that's when I had to distinguish between Altseasons, friends. Oh, remember, we're just guessing, man. We're just guessing. Bitcoin halvening year, traditionally, it's a warm-up Altseason, nice and warm. You just get nice and warm, warm-up Altseason. It shows you that crypto can go up and not to give up on it. But there's a lot of jitters, there's Japan meltdown. Everyone just wants to walk away and just go, man, this whole industry is a scam. We're waiting 3.5 years. I know. I know. Friends, that's why I'm on your side, man. I'm in the trenches with you. I don't tell people, no, please don't walk away. We're not a scam. I know, we're a scam. The whole industry's a freaking scam. I get it. 99% of coins go down. The founders get enriched. They don't hold their value against Bitcoin or Ethereum. Even Ethereum is down 75% against Bitcoin after 8 years. You're like, oh, well, nothing's got a chance then. I know. It's a very myopic and sad and cynical view. It is. It's the stats, but man. It's the stats, right? Friends, we're measuring that K13 mountain and you're checking it. You're like, oh, you've only got a 30% survival rate. Yes, it's a dangerous mountain. We are on a dangerous mountain, friends. There better be a pot of gold at the end of this raid, I'm just saying. Otherwise, there's going to be a lot of dead puppies out there. That's pretty much the level of anger everyone has. So we can mitigate this, which what we're trying to do is navigate. We go, okay, how do people navigate and get things wrong? How do they get trapped? We want to see that. And now we've been able to show you, right? One thing they'll do is they'll use that altcoin index. They go, oh, now it's altcoin season. No, that was the top. That was literally the time to sell. If you want to be hindsight Harry, that was literally the time to sell when there were declarations of altcoin season here, okay? That was the time to sell. Now, of course, I did not sell, okay? I'm not selling because my strategy is to play the whole cycle, not try to guess these little like things and play these little boxing matches of like, oh, is it on or is it not? Or is it on? Everybody who went against that pretty much got embarrassed, and now everyone has to change their tune. They go disappear and they just go do whatever. It's also found it interesting. People get embarrassed in that time. They come back and use my talking points on me later on to be like, no, I'm here to play the whole cycle. I was like, you didn't say that before. You said it was alt season before. Now you're using my talking point, what I said back. I love you all. I love you all. It's okay. I get it. Now, you got to remember this. And it's really hard, man. It's really hard, friends. Because look, I can show you that the others index, the others BTC ratio. We know we have these critical points where, yeah, things go down and stuff. But at the end of these moves, and you don't know when it's going to happen, right? We're never going to have 2 waves or 3 waves or 10 waves or 1 wave. We don't know, right? We might go, wee, who knows? But at the tops, even what we have up here, friends, up here, next to us around here, at this top, there's always these comments that appear. And people say, it's now alt season. We're finally here. That's the end. It's finally here. Right? It's the polar opposite of Bitcoin on Japan meltdown. People saying, I finally de-risked. It's a bear market. Stay away from altcoins. Like they're saying, now that we've finally had enough down moments, I can tell you with confidence that altcoins are risky. No, dude, they're the cheapest they've ever been. They're the least risky right now. You see? That's buy low, sell high. All we're doing, friends, is we're saying buy low, sell high in a different way. But that's what you're saying. You're saying buy low, sell high. In the next phase, friends, you're gonna have to remember this, right? In the 1 to 2 months of the top, as everyone says, it's now alt season. Finally, we're just getting started. What they're actually doing is they've seen and heard around crypto that heaps of coins have popped up. Now, heaps is still not an enormous amount, but it looks like heaps because you had Dog with Hat and you had Peppy. Peppy did 25x, right? At the beginning of this year, did that push up. You had Dog with Hat, did a 40,000x. You had Bonk, did 150x. So they're watching this stuff go up, and then everyone else's coins, they're up 2, 3, 4, or 5 from the low of last year, max. And now they're like, aha, it's finally getting started. Woo! And as soon as they declare it, the Grim Reaper comes. That's actually done. Okay. 95% of coins, friends, when people finally say, finally, it's alt season, 95% of coins, 95 out of 100, they top out then. They top out. Happened in 2021 many times. Happened in DeFi season. Happened this year. It happened this year, right at that moment, okay? Right at this moment, March 5th. We're finally getting started, okay? And 5% of coins, though, appear and keep going. That's the part that tricks everyone. Because 95 stop, but you don't know they've stopped. You think they're just consolidating at the top of a range. You think, oh yeah, it's gonna move, right? And what I'm gonna do is now show you, for example, PulseChain chart. Let's put on a linear chart so you can see what it really looks like. You see, friends, you don't know what's coming next. See, we flipped green on the weekly super trend, and then we have this part. That's all we think. We all thought, hey, it's consolidating. And everyone's like, oh, it's finally alt season. It's finally here. And that's why I was like, wait a minute. I just said that it might be over, and everybody's lost their minds. And I'm like, oh, man. That's why I was being honest. I was like, if this is any other coin, man, it means it's over. That's why we're hoping this. And it did go down, friends. It did drop. There you go, 80%. Oh, man, it's tough, man. It's tough. Why? It's because most of the time, people are not holding the coins that end up doing the unicorn pump. Like, for example, Joe BODEN, right? You remember Joe BODEN? And, man, was this a freaking coin? What a story this has, man. Because Joe BODEN, friends, comes up. And, by the way, let's change to a daily chart, okay? If you bought Joe BODEN coin at the end of the second day, okay, the end of the second day, to the very, very top, you make a whopping 16,700 times your money. $1 becomes 16,700 bucks. There was a filthy insider in here that was dumping $8 million along the way. $8 million. And if you want to see what, this is the sad part. They were dumping like 2 or 3% of the supply along the way, if you do those numbers. And if you go to the holders, these people didn't dump. Okay, so these people had literally, 8, 9, 10 million as areas as well. They were all cheering for higher. All of those people had between $3 and $10 million. One guy dumps that 10 million. He dumps on all his friends. He's out. He's out and gives everyone the middle finger and he gets out. So it's a tough game, man. And then what does it do from that point? Sad times. Joe BODEN literally drops down 99 point something percent. It's literally down that much. If you go check on the top, it drops 99.21%. Oh, man, that's why I'm just begging you to be careful, right? So remember, 95% of coins top out that altcoin mania when everyone finally declares it's alt season. 5% of coins keep continuing. Their existence themselves, so coins like BODEN existing, they're warning signals. And we all know it, but your coins aren't moving. So what are you meant to do? I know it's tough, man. There's no formula. It's like, wait a minute. We know they're top signals. How many people are saying racist coins, right? I was saying there's racist coins on Solana, and there's all these other top signal stuff appearing, but our coins aren't moving at all. Literally at all. They're just dead. And those ones are moving, but they're top signals. And then look, the market does crash, and it sends all the stuff that didn't move. It sends it down as well, as you got to see with Hex, PulseChain, PulseX. Barely moved. Terrible prices, still dumps 80%. Here's the thing, right? A lot of the people, they won't pay attention, friends, to, I'm going to read this part, okay? A lot of the people will not pay attention to these coins moving because their own strong fundamental coins that they've held for 3 years has done a disgustingly small move, okay? So this is Peppy. I don't know what's happening anymore. Having fun here. So I even get called out during these high stress moments of anxiety. And even when I was daring to see in March that alt season is over, so I was daring to say that, the crowd got very angry as usual. See, just sometimes you can figure this out a bit. We haven't even seen recently, but what are you meant to do, man? Your coins aren't going up, right? Where's the euphoria? They're not even in euphoria, but they dump anyway. Now you get to see, welcome to 2021. That's how everybody got destroyed. Many people holding coins never went euphoric anyway. They were just in older cycle coins. They were in cycle 2 coins. I'm trying to protect you. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to make us all better. All right, that's what we're here to do. Trying to get better. Not what these other people are doing. They're either lying, dealing dopamine, or telling you, don't worry, you'll be fine, because they're selfish. Because they want to get out. They want to get out. They want us to suffer. No, we're here to win. I'm here to win. I'm wearing a Pokemon hat for you. Bitcoin halvening, as I mentioned, friends, it's that warm-up alt season year. Obviously, we hope next year's better. And that alt season index, it can get you into hot water. Because now you get to see it's not a nice measurement. It's very, very blunt. And taking the top 100 coins just to use as an alt season index is not good enough. We have too much dispersion now. There's all these chains. There's all these liquidity pockets. Different communities are popping up. Not going anywhere, man. They're not going. They're not moving. Okay? They're not moving. Even though the coin price is there, I'll tell you right now, they're not moving. You have to make a series of coins that actually go up, that retail can make money for you to get people to leave one area. Now, especially in these meme coin stuff. And we get to see, even with these blue chip fundamental projects, like Chainlink, they built all these CCIP, they've got all these deals, they've got Swift partnership. Does it do anything? No. Price still sucks, down 92% against Ethereum, horrific price action. Same as Synthetic, same as Aave, same as Uni. All of these, garbage, absolutely filthy garbage. After 4 or 5 years, still trash, still grifting, dumping on their inflation on everyone. It's tough, man. It's tough, friend. I know it's tough. So we know about that altcoin dispersion, and knowing that, that's big enough. Because remember, I've given you the ultimate bull market strategy guide, right? Going on chain, yeah, that used to be enough. It's not enough now. Now we have to take it a step further for next key competitive edges. You have, remember, find an active community that believes they will stay there long, not just says they'll stay there long. You need key information asymmetry. Could be a fluffy microphone. Could be the PulseChain, 170,000 ETH sitting there. Could be the developers on Coinbase, right? So all of these are really important. All of these, though, it always gets dangerous the moment everyone yells, Altseasons, just getting started. Like, it hasn't even started yet. We're just so early. I've noticed that every time. You've noticed that too. Like, wait a minute. Every time they sell, it's just getting started. That's the tippity top of a green monthly candle for that. No matter how small it is, how disappointing it is, it drops from there. As I mentioned to you, even happened at the top of 2021. And why? I need you to get this part. Right? I don't really need you to, friends. I'm doing it for your health and safety and friendship. So why does people saying we're just getting started, why is that the top signal? And the answer is because of dopamine and how it works in our brain. And we get the rush of predicting and speculating in the future. We get that peak. One of my friends, Paul, he told me this scientific study they did on kids, and parents will tell their kids in the car, we're going to go get ice cream. And the kids go, yay, ice cream. And their dopamine levels were measured, and they would spike. They would spike up when they would tell, yeah, we're going to get ice cream. And they would keep rising. And then when they finally got to the ice cream store, their dopamine would peak in the driveway as they're pulling into the driveway. Yay, we're pulling into the driveway. Ah! And then as they went through the drive-thru to get the ice cream, it was already on the come down. And then when they eat the ice cream, you've already topped off. You know when he told me that? Was smoking shisha, and I remember thinking, oh my God, that is exactly markets right there. That is literally markets. Stonks, crypto, everything. That's everything. That's literally humans right there. Attention spans. That's it. You're pulling into the driveway. Now, what is our metaphorical pulling into the driveway for crypto? All right, what is it? It is like dopamine dealers saying, we're going to pump 1,000x. We're like, ah! Then we see coins like Joe BODEN and these other little pieces of crap coins appear, and they rocket. And everyone's like, wow, my hat's spinning. And what happens is our brains are now imagining those price performances on our portfolio. Like, oh, 20x on this, and then a 2x, and then a 5x, 100x. $3 hex. We start saying numbers like that. And influencers, they start throwing out that stuff and they start feeding it to you. It's literally dealing dopamine. It's literally just feeding dopamine. They're dopamine dealers. That's what it is. Right? I don't do that. I don't do that because I'm like, I'm not playing that game, friend. But you see what happens? I hope it makes sense now to you, friends. You're like, oh, wait, I hope you're having this epiphany. We're like, oh my gosh, that's exactly what happens to me. Okay, so they just, like, I couldn't even show you right now. I learned this over the years. You know, PulseChain, I used to love, okay, this gives me a dopamine hit. When I'm watching and they go, PulseChain is going to go 3x day one sack, and then 6x, and then 10x. It's going to come here. And then by the end of it, it's going to go so high, it's going to blow your mind. It's going to go to 15, 20, 25 day one sacrifice price. This is how high we're going to be. We're going straight up there. Just seeing the arrows. Purple drapes. just seeing that arrow was just like, oh. I don't know why, man. What is it? It's digital units on a currency, man. It baffles me. It still baffles me because I know what's happening. I know the science, and I let it happen to me too because I want some dopamine too. But you got to learn to master it, right? You got to learn to master it. You have to have discipline. So don't take on massive leverage like in literally 12 months from now when everyone says, bull market's just getting started. Are they even going to say that? Too many people are skeptic. We'll see. Okay, now it's all come down to that dopamine rush and that speculation, right? That part. Remember that ice cream part? I'll never forget that story. And tell me, hey, by the time they're eating the ice cream, it's already freaking coming down. It's already coming down. So that in crypto, it's like you have a target. Oh, if we just went up 5x from here, and it goes up to 5x, your dopamine's already coming down. You've moved up the target. You've moved up the target. Interesting. Even though we know all these, new people will ask, so why don't you sell? Why don't you sell? Go, no, you don't get it. It worked that time, but if you got it wrong and it went up, you have now wasted 4 years. You have literally wasted 4 years. And if it just did another 2x from when you get out, you have lost half your coins. Someone's robbed half your house. And all you did was just click a button of sell too early in something that you believed in, which you knew was fundamentally undervalued by a lot. Inexcusable. You can't do that. You can't do that. Now, short-term traders who love collecting soy stable coins and all that other junk, they don't get that because they're like desperate little squirrels. They have a scarcity mindset, so they're trying to collect these like little USD units. They're not thinking in a BTC value mindset. That like they don't chart in BTC or ETH. Your goal should be to appreciate against them. Okay, that's pretty much what it comes down. They're real money. They're hard money compared to like poopy currency units. But that's for another topic, isn't it, friends? Make sure you like, subscribe, belly button, all. Don't forget it loves you. Catch you soon.